Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, continuing the series SNCF 317. The previous video I was starting with the objects, and the first type of the object network. We explained about the types of the network that we have. We have four types: host, range, network, and FQDN, and we covered everything and still remaining the FQDN. So um, let's dive in FQDN and see how it works. But before starting with FQDN, I want to apply some some scenarios for regarding the range. Like I put the VLAN 20, if you remember in the previous videos. Like where's my firepower? Okay, here in the objects we created VLAN 20 as I guess. Okay, VLAN 20 here, and we made it as a type of range. So if we edited, find range. So we allowed in the policy from 10 to 20. So anything between these should be acceptable. Great. But we tried only just, I think the PC is getting 10, so it's going to the internet. Let's try some scenarios to see if the inside range will work if we change the IP address, and if we go beyond of this range, so it should not go to the internet. So let's test that. If we click in the PC in the VLAN 20, great, cancel this one. CMD, let's see what is the IP config. No IP config, IP config. Okay, it's taking 20.11 and it's pinging the internet ping. Great. So what if this is just to complete this topic all in all. So what if I made manually 192.168.20.17? So the 17 is between 10 and 20. Great. So 192.168.20.1 the gateway. DNS could be the DMZ server that we created 160.30.200. Alternative, it can be Google, it's fine. Okay. So again, IP config, now it's 17. Try to ping Google for me. Perfect. So this is the first condition that means that our policy is working perfectly. Let me change it to 21, for example. So make it 21 and press OK. Okay. So there's no ping. So our policy is working for the range 100% perfectly. Great. Let's now explain the FQDN. So FQDN, as we said, if I have like a PC, I want to get some rules on it by its name, because the PC name is not working. Like this one is working as a DHCP. So frequently its IP address is changing. So I need to get some rule for this PC, specifically for this PC. So what can I do? I have to work with fully qualified name in this case. Let's do this experiment on VLAN 10. No, VLAN 20. Okay, let's keep VLAN 20 for the time being. And let me return it to the DHCP. Let's take it from the DHCP. So in the previous labs, when we create the DHCP, we create a DHCP server and we put the domain name DNS. I put a ccie.local, and I told you later I will set up that one. So make sure that you have a DNS here right now. So let's find the PC name. The PC name here, if you go to my computer, where is it? Right click properties. So here you will find computer name and full computer name. So full computer name is OVI-PC. Now this PC is not joined to the domain controller. So let's see if we will succeed with that. So the OVI small dash PC capital. Great. So let's go to our FMC and create new object. FQDN VLAN 20. Great. And put VLAN 20 OVI, it was? Yes, OVI small dash PC. OVI dash PC capital. And here lookup resolved within IPv4 and IPv6. I don't need IPv6. Let's make it only IPv4. Of course, I can do allow overrides if I want. And press save. So now let's go to the policy, access control policy, and let's modify the policy for VLAN 20 that we did, the range one. Actually, the range, yes, I did here, the VLAN 20, VLAN to outside, from inside to outside, VLAN 20. Okay, so I will modify it. This is the one that we apply the range for it. And we'll go to network. We'll find here VLAN 20 object. No, I will remove it. And I will put FQDN VLAN 20, add to the source, and save as is. Great. Okay. So now policy is there with FQDN VLAN. Great, save. And let's deploy. And I will apply it in HQ. Deploy. So the same strategy. I will pause and we'll get back to you. So now we completed. So let's see where the PC. Yeah, this one. Ping 8.8.8.8. Okay, it's not going to the internet. The question is why. Basically, let's try one thing here. In the object management, you have to identify your DNS server. Okay, who's resolving this name for the PC? To be honest, this is the first time I'm trying with the non-joined PC to the domain. We are trying together, but let's see if it's work. If it will not work, so we have to join the PC to the domain to show you how it will be working. But we have to identify the server who's going to resolve this name. Great. So if I put DNS server group here in the object and add a DNS server group, if I name it, for example, DC-SRV server, default domain is ccie.local, and DNS server, here you have to put the IP address for the server, DNS server 192.168.30.200. Save. Okay, now the DNS server is saved. I have to go to the device. In the device, there is a platform setting. Platform setting, actually, there will be a dedicated video for it, but this is the time actually because I don't want to postpone the FQDN to later. So now I will create a policy in the platform for the device. So new, it's a firepower setting or threat defense setting. No, it's a threat defense setting, of course. So name, you can name it whatever you want. Like you cannot name it DNS because it has so many features. Uh, okay, for the time being, name it DNS, no problem. DNS HQ. I want it for HQ. It can be like for everyone, not HQ. So HQ add. So I added the firepower that I have in my site. Save. Great. It will open for me a panel. Now this panel has so many features. This will come later, but I care about DNS right now. So DNS, enable this DNS. Great. DNS server group, the group that just we created. DNS server. And also, yes, here I need to put which interfaces can be done. So let's make that inside the VLAN 20 the inside. Put the management as well. Put the DMZ itself. It is the DNS. I don't care about DNZ, but it's fine. Put it. Save. So now it's saved. Let's go to deployment. So I will select now HQ, deploy. It will take time. Again, I will pause and come back to you. So back here, let's see if we can ping or not. We'll not be able to ping. So let's see the factors that we have. These stages of troubleshooting, actually I like. This is benefit actually for everyone who's working because these things are not straightforward. So I'm trying to cover the situations as much as I can. So let me first make sure the inter-VLAN routing between the VLAN 20 and VLAN server, is there any communication between each other? This is first thing, before joining the PC to the domain. So let me check ping 192.168.330.200. So there is no actually communication between this PC and the server, the DMZ server, because there is no inter-VLAN routing as I explained before. So the inter-VLAN routing should be, if you remember, we have done one between the DMZ and the management when we allow the PRTG for the SNMP trap. If you forget to revise it very well. So here the access control list. Okay, the edit. So let's revise here what access control that we have because we have too much now. So the inter-VLAN routing between DMZ to management and management to DMZ. So we have to do, I think, the same for the VLAN 20. So let me add this rule. And let me say the VLAN 20 in the inside. So between inside to DMZ. Okay, great. Network. You can allow network whatever you want. Here inside to DMZ. Okay. Add. Remind me to remove this comment. It's annoying actually. And another rule, the vice versa one. So it will be DMZ2 inside, and it will be DMZ as a source, inside as a destination, and keep everything as it is. I will save, and I will deploy, and I will pause. Sure, I will pause to not like waste too much time in watching something that you're not interested. But yeah, this is deploy here. So let me pause it and I'll come back to you. So it's completed the deployment right now. Let's ping the server 192.168.30.200. Okay, it's pinging, great. So let's see the internet. There is no any thing for the internet. So let's try to join to the domain, and this is I think something logic, because the one who's going to resolve your name should know you, and you are not member of the server. So let me join this PC to the domain. Right click properties, um, remote settings, computer name, change, and let's also change the name here. So make it PC1. Let's make it simple. Domain ccie dot. Oh my god! No, 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 no! Don't do it. Okay, it's by mistake. ccie dot local. Great. Administrator, and put the desired password. Okay, restart now. Let's go to the server, the FMC. Go to objects, object management. It will take you to the network directly, so I'm in the right place. FQDN. Okay, for VLAN. Here you will be needing to pc1.ccie.local. Press save. I don't think it's need for deploy because the object is on the FMC. Let me check. Oh, okay, so let's deploy to save the time a bit. But let me make sure that the name is correctly right. So right click, properties. So PC1 capital to ccie.local. So the name is right. So here deploy. Also last check on the object that I wrote it right. Yeah, pc1.ccie.local. Great. Until this finished, um, I think I explained this before, that these pre-configured objects, network objects, you cannot modify it, you cannot actually deleted. Here the delete is dim, and you cannot modify it. You can just check what's inside it. But the one that you can delete and edit, this is the object that we created, the DNS server we created, the FQDN VLAN 20 we created. So only this, if you press on it, so you will know that object is in use, following object and policies is any. That's it. Only information. Use it, the default NAT. Okay. Here regarding the IPv4, the same with the users, static root, setting under page. Okay, great. So this is what is it finished or I'm here, sorry. Deployment. It's succeeded or what? Yeah, it's finished. So let's see, hopefully now it will work. Hopefully. No, not this PC. This is the management. This is the VLAN 20S. CMD. IP config. Yeah, this is the VLAN 20. Ping. Perfect. Now the FQDN is working. What was happening is you have to join this PC to the DNS server. How DNS server is knowing that this PC name? So when you join it, automatically, if we go to the server, if we go to the management tools, Active Directory users and computers, if I go to the computers, then I find PC1. So when PC1 is here, so the DNS name for it, this is the qualified name. So now when you added the DNS server in the FMC, then it resolves each other. But the most important thing, you should have connectivity between all these parties. One more thing, I prepared actually for you for the FQDN where we can use it. Actually, if you need to create a rule to update Windows for you whenever there is an update. So here you have to create an object group. Yes, I'm an object here. So here you have an object, add a group. So in this group, what you will write, here it's asking for you the network. Okay, forget about the network. No, I have to select network actually. Okay, cancel it. How to add the FQDN for the update? Actually, the concept is not straightforward because Microsoft has several links for the updates. So just I searched and I prepared it for you. Where is the not not bad, not here. Okay, so let me see users. Desktop. Actually, I didn't save it. Wait, I didn't save it, so I cannot see it here. But for example, if you search Firefox, because when I'm recording, the taskbar will be, I cannot control it. So if you write FQDN Microsoft update, so here you see how many link this for update. HTTP Windows Update Microsoft.com. Star, it means anything before Windows Update Microsoft.com, because you cannot guarantee from which link the update will be. Before star, it means like anything Windows Update.microsoft.com, update.microsoft.com, many links. So you have to put everyone in FQDN, because FQDN, you cannot add all of them in one FQDN. So after that, you will create a group. Where is my Okay, so let's, for example, add object FQDN Microsoft 1, for example. Okay, and put it HTTPS star dot Microsoft dot update and save. Oh, there is. Okay, for firepower, I think it's not accepted this one. This states. I tried it actually with FortiGate and Sophos and all these routers. That's working perfectly. So it doesn't matter. I thought that this is so. What firepower actually looking for here than the FQDN for the device itself inside your network. This is like simply with that. So we finished now the object, the network type. So hope we will see each other in another video, continuing like these objects and how we can apply it practically. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and see you soon.